Good morning. I'm back to show you the pages at the back that I covered, and I also want to show you Carol's idea of Crazy Town. I cannot function or work in a situation like this. I don't know how it got that way, but it did when I was working on these last few pages, and I thought I'd share with you. This has to be cleaned up, or my mind closes down. It's just the way it is. I think it's from all those years of being one teacher in a class full of fifth graders, let's say. I did all of them, but fifth grade mostly. And the inside of those desks, especially the boys, could become unbelievable. So every couple of weeks on Friday afternoon, we had a desk clean out. And it was very hard for them to understand what I meant by desk clean out. The girls got it. They got down and squatted and cleaned out the mess in the papers and threw out the junk they didn't need and made a nice neat pile of books, and I was a happy girl. Well, I would go over to those desks of the boys and flip them and shake them, and all the stuff came out flying around them, and then they got it, I think. I don't know how they felt about it. I don't particularly care, because it was just one of me in a classroom, and no, we will not have this, so let's get cleaned up quickly, because I want to show you what I did at the back, and I decided to do a walkthrough of this journal, especially for those of you who are new. Now, let's get cracky-lacking. This paper is going to be kept. This doesn't, belong there. All right, now, this is the pad of paper. I'm going to keep this out because I might need it for the ephemera. And let's just see what's here. All right. My. Okay. Here. And I do hope that you're visiting me after a weekend in which you got things done that you wanted to finish. Oh, goodness. 3 stencils. Look what I discovered. Okay. And that you're doing whatever holiday prep and are able to get it done. Maybe you're almost finished by now, hopefully. Okay, what's this? Let me put you out of the way. You go there. This is better already. Now, distress ink, I'll put in there. This and this and this. I'm going to spend the week between Christmas and the New Year getting a hold of this studio of mine again, because having been on the down low for a couple of years, it needs my attention, and it needs some cleaning out and getting rid of, because I'm good at that. I was the girl in school that when the principal couldn't stand the way a classroom was kept, I was suddenly, with a smile, moved, or he shuffled things around in classrooms and teachers and whatever, and I managed always to get the one that needed this kind of thing cleaned up, because sometimes it could get pretty deep. I remember one time, classroom I went into, oh, it was a lovely classroom. I loved it. I loved the location. I loved that it had a nice bathroom inside. Oh, please, for the kids. It was wonderful. But I found things from 1957 in those closets. Needless to say, before I was finished, I had 5 of those, well, they were hip-high, black, round garbage cans full. It was unbelievable to me that there weren't creepy crawlers or something in those closets, but there weren't, thank God. Yeah, just life the way other people see things. And that's fine. Goodness gracious, everybody's got a right to do their thing. However, whoa, aren't you pretty? Oh, I love dots. Have I told you how much I love polka dots? Okay. Now, okay, we're getting to the bottom of this little goodie here. It's kind of small, but I like that dark piece. You never know when you might need the dark end of this for collage. Especially if you try to do collage that tells a story. Alright, an envelope. And these bits. Here. Oh my. Okay. I really want that. No. I really want that. No. That, yes. The paint is nice on there. Okay. And yes. I don't know. I didn't get to use that, but I'll use it next time. I need next year to start a new multi-year journal. I love doing Christmas journals that way. And paper clip, yucky color, and oops, okay. Alrighty. Not bad at all. Let's see. That was a nice, this is a nice find, so I'm going to keep it in here. You go in here. This way. All right now. I'm going to be using these for the next few videos, so I'm just going to, there. Hello, Carol. Now, before we do a visit of the journal, this is the true Carol. Okay, I've picked these goodies out. I've been saving this piece of ribbon. It's vintage, and it's old silk ribbon. And this was used to be used for putting around the bottom of hems to make it pretty. But that color green is so Christmas. And I have this that I'm going to be using. And these, love these, haven't gotten into these. I don't have any idea. Now, what's this? Oh, what do we have in here? Is it all stars? Yes. Oh, stars and sequins. You never know what we might need. What's in here? What is in here? Something within something within, oh. Oh, Irene. remember this. Look what's in here. This probably will get held over till next year. But look what I remember having. A Christmas bracelet, a vintage Christmas bracelet. Isn't that lovely? Needless to say, I found this in some antique mall, and I had to have it. Now I'm going to figure out how this is going to work next year, but look at this pretty. Look at that. We've got Santy, we've got a Christmas tree, we've got a couple of Santys, we've got a package of goodies. Oh, snowflake. So that's one goodie for next year, but for this year, I've got my my adhesives and my washies ready to go. I'm going to use this for some collage. I want to go into, oh, I love that corner piece. I really wish we can, hope we can find a place for that. Look at this. Yeah. All right. Get sidetracked very easily when it comes to collage bits. And more bits that I'm going to be using probably starting tomorrow. So this and this. Let's see what we can make to have on those last pages. All right, let's just do this. And for those of you who are looking and thinking, gee, I wish I could do that, no. No, you do you. This is just me. This is just me. But it's the true me. And everybody has a different me. Okay, now. So all of that stuff turned into 3 years of this Christmas tree. Hope you can see it all. This was supposed to, this had a needle or some such thing on the end, and it was supposed to work like this, going down into the bottle, and it didn't. I mean, and this thing weighs 50 pounds at least, and I had to use this for somewhere, and this somewhere is just right here. It's certainly not hanging out of the top of a glue bottle. Now, let's look at the cover. If you remember, this was a Dollar Tree shopping bag. And this paper, again from A.C. Moore, in their bins of separate single pieces of paper. Boy, did they have beautiful stuff. Like this. It was just wonderful. This is my binding with the silk ribbon. And let's see the cover. Oh, I think yes, I broke down and let loose some of my squirrel stuff. Of course, this is a dollar store Christmas ribbon that had wire, cut off the wire, and narrowed it by just cutting up the strand, okay? And a piece of pre-made Christmas sticker, my piece of my lace, a piece of my fabric, and a large piece of vintage music paper, and a Santee. I'm a Santee girl. I love Santa Claus. I have always loved it since I was wee, and I love Santa Claus just as much now. So here's Santee. And what will we talk about next? I see some, oh, okay. This came on a roll from Hobby Lobby. And this came from Cloth World, a strip, a roll of it. And I thought these two colors, it had a lot of other colors, but I thought these two colors, I cut it, the medallion separately and put here. This, as you can see, is 30s and 40s, maybe 50s Christmas ornament that could have been on a woman's hat as a corsage. So I have the berries and the two leaves that went with. And boy, if a woman ever touched this wrong, you could cut yourself on it. And another piece of the of lace, new lace from Hobby Lobby. This is suede fabric, no, suede paper. You know where that came from. You know where this paper came from. And I cut these out. And this is another piece that was on that, the last leaf, so I thought I'd use it here. And when I look at this cover, it still makes me smile. I don't know, because it's got things on it that I care about and like. So let's open now. This is, of course, seam binding. And let's begin. I got a bag, plastic bag, plastic bag full of Christmas, full of remnants, pieces, cut-offs of Christmas materials. Someone had no idea. It was $1. A full bag, $1. Goodness, I love it when people make mistakes like that. But the owner of the shop probably thought, what am I going to do with this? Who wants this? Oh, okay. And this is a 40s piece of Santa Claus paper that could have been put on gifts or whatever in its day. This, of course, is crepe paper, cotton batting, and a piece of Santee that would have been a print. So I broke down and used that there. I lined, this journal cover is this heavy shopping bag paper, a manila envelope. Thank you, Gail. Gail Augustinelli does a lot with manila envelopes, and she's 100% right, of course. And the inside is lined with red felt, stitched, zigzag stitched on. So, we centered, and then I made 2 tags to go in here. I added some of the, green decoration, and another one of those flowers, and some of my white silk ribbon, and here we go. A Santa Claus little gift bag from Dollar Tree, glued down to this piece of paper from that paper pack, and a writing spot, a piece of my old lace, some other goodies, but these work beautifully. That was a light bulb going on in my head when I realized that could be used that way. This also from a bag. This was the bag from Dollar Tree. I used to be quite the Dollar Tree girl. Now, I understand now it's $1.25 and $1.50. This was a gift, hand painted. Love it, from my friend Ruth. Thank you, Ruth. here it is, stenciling. And I noticed I used some probably my tea dye here. I have to remember that when we get to the back. Oh, and this looks like I stenciled with acrylic paint. This just got a little bit of lace sewn on the end. And here is one of those bags. How is that attached? Let's plunder and see how that was attached. Well, I honestly just sewed it on. But it must have been attached to something because it doesn't show on the other side. It's a Christmas mystery. From a Christmas card. Place on the back for writing. And a large stencil, a large pretty piece of ephemera using the paper sack and some more of the cover and some, what does one call these things again? I haven't thought of them in so long. Punches. Got it. Magazine. You see how they come in handy. And a piece of new Christmas pretty. Magazine page. One of my large stencils. This must have come out of something that I had, but it's a Santee. Remember the, if you saw my last video, you remember the thing that I found at Walmart and never saw again. Beautiful thick paper. It's not flat and it's not shiny. It's everything you could want, and there it was. Vintage Santee, some stencils, more stitching. I don't think stitching is going to happen for the last pages this time because I need to get into that corner. The sewing machine is kind of raising its arms and yelling help. Yes, I used some maybe vintage photo or whatever here. And bits on this one. The inside is plain. Writing can be done up here. Maybe I'll put this side out this time. Yes, I will. Vintage stamp, in which you had to wet the back. Usually people lick them, as I remember. So, this page was stenciled, and it's, again, this is the acrylic. I have to see if those acrylics are still alive. Christmas card. And these, not this one, but these, this is one of the fabrics in that dollar bag. A piece of the velvet paper. Every time I see things like this, I get crazy that A.C. Moore isn't there, and it was so close. I mean, everything was perfect. But I do have to say that there were never many people in the store, so maybe that was the reason. And, okay, that's a backed vintage Santa. Some more of that dollar bag. And I used cheesecloth. And I have some of this, I cut it very sparingly. So that goes in here. a Christmas card that I turned into a writing spot. Stamps. I didn't take them out of the drawer this time. This was a page from a magazine, as you can see. I still have all of these things in the stack of drawers behind me. I will have to be getting them out and exploring. I can't tell you how much fun I had doing that. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Ah, and Christmas card, writing spot. And the bag is sewn down on one side and glued down. And here you go. Guess where this bag came from? Yes. Tag. A lot of this paper, I think I've used it up. One of the papers, I love the Christmas birds, and I love the cardinals, and so there are times when those paper pads of paper are just the ticket. Another dollar store Christmas gift bag. Shiny and pretty. Tags, stamps, pieces of collage, new things, some fabric that I pleated. Don't know which year that was, the first year or the second. And this is also in the back. Oh my. That's new, of course, but oh. And here. And some lace. I wonder if I have any of this left. It'll have to go. It's probably on the left side. I emptied the left side of the drawer. Probably this stuff is on the right side of the drawer. And the dyed paper. To get out that stencil. That's a nice one. I like that. Yeah. Writing spot. Another page out of a magazine with the same lace. Oh, I was quite the sewing machine girl on these 2 years. 1, 2, 3 layers, 4 layers here, and they're firm. I have back and front. I'll have to remember that when we get to our new pages. This is new. It came in that package that I showed you before, waiting to be used. This is vintage. This is a piece of the same lace that's on the front, ribbon that's on the front of the cover. No, don't do that. Nothing on that page. Don't need something on every page. And belly band. Oh, I enjoyed making this belly band. It's probably one of the first ones I ever made, to be honest. I never saw the point of them to be too honest for words. And then I made this. And I realized this is that from Hobby Lobby. It comes out of a small spool, and it's 2 pieces of twine, raffia twine, with these little silk leaves attached, and I ran the red zigzag down, so we have that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Loved it. Live and learn, Carol. That's an example. This should have been down because it kind of gets in the way with this, but It's so sturdy. It's double. It's so sturdy that it's not a problem. And these, of course, were cut out of a, were cut out. And backed writing space. And, oh, if I pushed it in further, it would, yes, push it in further, Carol. And the other side of that bag with this little goodie on it. It did get a little bit of vintage photo, probably. Hangs down. And fits right in there. So go to this year, if there's any Christmas stuff left, but next year, go to the dollar stores with an eye toward your journal. Love this page. I saw these. I have it in my return to the drawer pile, but look at that. I think I'll get them out. More of the cover paper. That must be glue. That paper must be glued on because I made that paper. And there's that card that I like. If it tickles me now, then it'll tickle me now. The only thing I never got tickled by then, and I don't get tickled by now, is pedal pushers. Oh God, I didn't like them. Okay, but I was the era of the pedal pusher. Oh, look at this puppy. What? Oh, okay. Multiple pockets. Yes. Multiple levels of pocket. I think I used that up. Okay. So, this one, oops, yeah, let's get this one back down in here so that the green shows. This and this. Polka dots. And this was fun doing. And I didn't use no, I don't believe I used a ruffler. I think I did that by hand. It just worked out that way. Now this might be an original Carol. I strongly doubt it because many other women have probably thought of this. And men, sorry. Have probably thought of this. Okay. This is that. And that. And you know what that is. That is a Christmas envelope from a card. This is just a little filler, writing spot, but cut off the ends, folded, so that they met. This goes down over and got collaged. There goes that cheesecloth, and it looks nice. And how to close it. I thought, well, this is a problem because this opening is right here. Right here. So, I just, you know what, I just glued this onto the back. And the old expression, Bob's your uncle. Okay. I love that page. I love that paper. I like this. That was fun doing. And it certainly stayed down. Must have used Fabri-Tac. And here we are. Here we are to now. And here we are to the nows. I'm leaving these here. And let's see what we have. The green. pocket. So something, why we have to, I have to make one thing. It'll go in, and this has to be prettied up. This glued to the white back of this piece of paper. Get rid of the white. In a Christmas journal, white doesn't offend me at all. White backgrounds are a little cold for me, but Christmas, snow. More of that paper. A piece of tea dyed, coffee dyed. Nothing there. I think, oh yeah, that has to be purchased because I really had to be honest with myself. I didn't enjoy doing it that much and I kind of stopped. So that has to be a purchase. This is a Carol. This was just here because it's a fold from the page in the front. So I just tacked it down and used this. I don't know, I think you were with me when we did this. And there. And there's the back of that doily. Dollar store. Back of the doily and the stencil that I thought was sufficiently Christmassy. And used the Distress Oxide candied apple. Candied apple and mowed lawn. This is a Carol. I laid a piece of lace over the piece of thin, very thin dictionary paper. I love that thin dictionary paper. This was a cleanup page, and from this long stencil. This stencil is probably this long. I'm going to get them out when the holidays are here, between holidays, and I'm going to look and see whether I might get more benefit from them now, because I used to use large stencils maybe 4 or 5 years ago on my projects. And I have quite a collection of them, but I don't picture myself, since I started junk journaling and journaling, I don't see myself needing that size, but we'll see. I'm not going to do anything here because there is sufficient green. Just pretty, just cover that up, but pretty. And a piece of tea dyed, and this was just flapped in from the front, so turned that into a tuck. Pretty. And I did this to the back of the piece of paper, and this is the box I showed you from the things in the drawer, and I think that will fit there, and I think this red worked well with this. The back. And here's the back of the back paper, and I decided to use this blue one more time because it's different, it's strong, and I really like it. We're going to have fun thinking about what we can do with this paper. And here's my poinsettia, which I love, and A.C. Moore. I mean, it could make a grown woman cry when I was told that A.C. Moore and there was going out of business, because I can see that aisle of cubbies with the individual pieces of paper. It was such a treasure trove. And that's it. That's it for today. When we meet again, very soon, probably tomorrow, I'm going to start making some ephemera to put in the tucks and so forth that I have made on those last few pages. And I'm not going to be able to dilly-dally with them. I'm going to have to kind of blast along because Christmas is on its way. I want this to go back on, I keep this on the coffee table in the family room. Has a glass top and some Christmas ornaments, but this, when it's laying like that, looks like another ornament. Thank you for joining me this morning, from tolerating me from the cleanup to the share. And the next chore is going to be to make some pretties for the last few pages. If you have enjoyed this morning's visit, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. I do enjoy them and I do answer them, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. Bye now, see you soon, probably tomorrow, maybe Sunday too, because I want to get this finished and back on the table. Bye now.